Hello, Com 100 students. I want to first thank you so much for your patience with my website issues. Hopefully those are now behind us and the website will be up and running as it should be for the rest of the semester. I have noticed that there are some issues going on with some links now that things have been put back online. I'm trying to figure that out. But if you do ever come across a broken link or a broken image, please just send me an email and that way I can go and fix it. I can fix things by hand manually, but links are broken all through the site for some reason. The slash is not being added as it should be. And if ever the site is down, please also send me an email so I know that I could go and take a look at that. But again, I really appreciate your patience, and as I've been going through this, it's been frustrating, I'm sure, for everybody. I have added comments to your first discussion journal entries, and I want to thank you for the time and thought that you put behind those, everybody. I have noticed that many of your discussions have been truncated by the word count, and you seem to be rushing through your discussion. Please don't rush through your thoughts. If you need to go beyond the word count, please do. The word count, to be honest, is something that I added because I have not taught a COM 100 or any level 100 course in 10 years, and I really wasn't sure how short to make them. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting so many juniors and seniors to be in the class. And I also don't think it's fair to increase the word count now that the semester has started. But I do want to encourage you to continue to write if you have more that you want to write about. Don't let like an artificial barrier like the word count stop you. I don't get to see you in class, so I don't get to read your thoughts or talk with you about your thoughts in class. So the more that I get to learn about what you're thinking, the more effective it's going to be for me, and it's going to be the more effective it's going to be for you. So like I said, please do not truncate your ideas prematurely because of the word count. I will be posting this video to the course calendar as usual. I did get a few questions about what the point values were relating to. Whoops, this is a reading page. On the weekly discussion journal assignment. There are those two sections, the discussion and the reflection. The discussion is 30 points. The reflection is 20 points. Combined, each entry will be 50 points. Okay. And the rubric for what the point range is can be found down at the bottom of this page. So if you're wondering what it means that you had something between 40 and 44, well, there it is right there. Please also do not delete or mark as resolved the comments that I've added on your posts, on your entries. I like to go back and see what I've written about your things beforehand, and if they're gone, then I can't see that. I also, if I'm asking you questions, please do respond to those questions. Those questions are not there just for the hell of it. Please do respond to them. That way I can know what you're thinking, and we can follow up and we can have a little conversation. That would be wonderful. Okay. So today we're going to be building on what we did for this past week, which was thinking about the emergence and transformation of technologies of writing over time leading up to the word processor with that Engelbart's presentation, the mother of all demos. We are now jumping ahead to our contemporary era with the ubiquity of social media and the implications of that. Thinking again in terms of the neutrality or lack thereof of technologies that we're using, communication technologies. There are a few articles and a movie that I'd like you to watch. The first one is by Rachel Hatzipanagos from the Washington Post from a few years ago, How Online Hate Turns into Real-Life Violence. The second one is going to be from this book here, called Algorithms of Oppression: How Search Engines Reinforce Racism. This is a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal book by Safiya Umoja Noble. And the chapter that we're going to be reading is called Searching for Black Girls. I'd like you to watch The Social Dilemma from 2020. I have found a version of it online. It is also on Netflix. So if this is not working for you and you have Netflix, please do that. This is a very important movie which discusses the implications of our social media usage. I'm sure that each of you have some familiarity with social media. Love-hate relationship, perhaps. This is really going in and thinking about not just the implications of social media, but the implications about how social media was created and presented to the global citizenry, and what that says about us as human beings at the moment and our contemporary moment. So please do watch that. And then the last one is an article from the Atlantic Monthly called ChatGTP is Dumber Than You Think by Ian Bogost, who is a wonderful technology critic and thinker. This is about artificial intelligence. We are going to be engaging with ChatGPT next week and perhaps later in the semester as well. So it's good to start thinking about it. There will be a prompt and a discussion journal assignment as usual. So please engage with this material. If you've watched The Social Dilemma before, please give it another go because you've probably forgotten it a little bit. And if you have questions about anything, please let me know. I'm looking forward to reading your thoughts. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and day. Bye-bye.